5:30.
It is. It's 5:30. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mayor Patterson,
Here.
Mr. Richmond,
Here.
Mr. Cook,
Here.
Ms. Hefner,
Here.
Mr. Ingard,
Here.
Mr. Soltis,
Here.
and Ms. Beaupre.
Here.
All right. Thank you very much, Gary. All right. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the 4/8/2025 special, was that no, that was a regular meeting.
So moved. Second. Who did the first?
Dean, Mrs. Hepner. Mr. Ingard seconded. Come on in, Dean.
All right.
Please.
Mr. Richmond,
Yes.
Mr. Cook,
Yes.
Ms. Hefner,
Yes.
Mr. Ingard,
Yes.
Mr. Soltis.
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre.
Yes.
All right. Can we get a motion to approve the special meeting minutes of 4/29 or 2025?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Soltis, second by Mr. Cook.
Mr. Richmond, second.
Oh, Mr. Richmond, I'm sorry. Hold up, I found, oh boy, where they at? Give me just a second, because I found found what we need to amend. Patty, yeah, we'll go right in the back. Yep. Yeah.
Regarding 2025.
No problem.
Make sure to get out of here.
Yep, we'll get it right out of here. Yep. I'm so sorry for not being prepared. It might be all right. Thought I marked it. Okay, let's move on. I'm sorry. Did we vote yet?
Nope.
No. Well, is there any corrections? Obviously, I can't find mine, so vote when ready, please.
Mr. Cook,
Yes.
Ms. Hefner,
Yes.
Mr. Ingard,
Yes.
Mr. Soltis, Ms. Beaupre, Mr. Richmond.
Yes.
There it is. I wrote it down from my old agenda. Just keep in mind that Roman numeral on the 4/8/2025 minutes. So that it looks like it reads 50,000 under Roman numeral 10, but I think it just looks that way so that nobody makes a mistake in the future. Do you see what I'm saying?
Which one?
Under Roman numeral 10, and I shouldn't be going back, but I just want to make sure that we're aware of it. It's 4/8 under section Roman numeral, 9. Oh, good Lord, what am I missing here? Let's just move on, because I'm. It looks like it reads $5,000 somewhere, or 50,000.
Okay, I'll look at it.
Okay, look it up, will you please? It looks somewhere, I think it's supposed to read 5,000, but I think the comma may be in the wrong spot or something, and I think it says 5,000, but you just take a look at that.
Yep, I will look at it.
I apologize.
Nope, you're fine.
But I was over there thinking, when I was going through them, like, oh my goodness, what, we spent $50,000 on them, and I thought, okay, just, all right, let's move on, I apologize. We have Ms. Lori Hicks here from Veterans Communications speak to us about the communications or lack thereof that we've had over at the police department and what they may be able to do to help us.
No relation.
Come
I know.
on now.
You have the
Here's
floor.
an updated quote because the other one expired.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you copies. Anybody else down there should have them?
We need
One there?
copies here.
Okay.
This
This is line item for all the equipment to address, I gave him one.
No, no, are you with?
Yes,
Vendor
he's with me, he's
Okay.
my manager.
Okay, perfect.
Christopher Eager.
Okay, Chris, pleasure to
Yep.
meet you.
Good to meet you.
I'm sorry.
We were on, he was on the call with us the first time we spoke
Okay.
on the phone.
Okay.
This is to address the coverage issues that the police officers have when they go on an incident. They can't talk on their portable radios back to the dispatcher.
Depending on where they're at. within the
Correct.
community.
And it's been brought to my attention that when they're over at, is it, huh? Yeah. Is it apartment complex area?
Yes.
They have been in an instance where they've had a scuffle and had no help because they couldn't get in contact with anybody. So we proposed putting a repeater, combining two call signs, one for the fire paging channel and one for the PD, so that they're both on one license, so you don't have to pay two renewals. It's all done in one, for both departments, all in one fell swoop. If you
How
remember,
would this affect fire? Fire?
it doesn't affect fire, it affects PD, but we need to add a repeater pair through the FCC to a license. So we figured while we were doing it, we brought it up in the call that we would just combine the two. It saves you money in the long run, not having to renew those licenses
But
at
where-
separate times.
Where is our fire department currently?
So it's not the fire department. There's a fire page radio at the police department. The police
I
department's
got you.
licensed for, we're just moving that license, consolidating it into one.
I got you. Okay, so there's two licenses within the police department. I
Correct.
got you.
Correct.
We're gonna make them one. Okay.
Correct, and add a repeater pair, which you're required to do, which is a transmit and a receive, to improve your coverage, so you have better wattage and you're licensed for those frequencies.
How many repeaters is that?
It's just one.
One singular repeater.
One
on the
singular
water
repeater
tower.
on the water tower.
Well, that one repeater does have two channels, so if you guys want to leverage the other half of that repeater for another department, or, whether it's streets or fire, or whatever you wanted to do, it is available. So it will support two simultaneous conversations at one time.
But does that call for another license?
No.
Nope.
So that covers,
It's one, all covered under the same license.
Now Chuck said you had a concern because the first quote I sent him was for licensing only.
yeah, I was,
Well, and if you look at the line items, that's line item one on this quote. Chris and I just combined it as a part of this quote, and then the repeater and all the equipment needed with installation is listed below.
and then who installs this repeater?
We do.
On our water tower?
Mhm.
So why do you guys think that why do you guys think that and this is just a question, the repeater on Grant Road would serve us better than, or the repeater on our Grant Road water tower would serve us better than the water tower that is in the village on Water Street?
It is for Water Street.
We are proposing Water Street.
We're proposing Water Street.
Okay, well, I was told it was Grant
I was
Road.
under the understanding that we were.
So it's Water Street.
Water Street,
Perfect.
right in the center of town.
Yes, that's exactly
Yeah.
what my thoughts were.
Yeah.
Sending it all the way out there to repeat back, bounce back this
Nope.
way.
No, sir.
Okay, what else? I'm sorry, go ahead.
He said you wanted some sort of guarantee, and
Yes.
you had a question about what makes this better than the vehicle repeaters that you purchased from Radio Hospital years back.
Or Mark's Radio, so we know that if we went Mark's Radio, we've had this issue for a long time.
Correct.
We've had this issue when Mr. Lafferty got into a scuffle, I think everybody's familiar with our issue, correct? So we don't have to go into that to belabor this discussion. So we've had this issue for a long time. The previous chief, I was part of that meeting, we said, we'll open the checkbook, fix the problem. It was supposed to have been fixed. Recently, I just found out that it wasn't fixed.
Right.
As the mayor, so this was a long time ago, right? So I said, well, we keep throwing money at this thing, and it's not getting fixed. We can't continue to throw money at something, so, what's to ensure us that this is gonna fix our problem?
Sure.
That's
So-
my question.
So, the vehicular repeater scenario, the operator has to remember to turn it on, turn it off, not interfere with another vehicle like that. That's a really messy way to do it. And it's only 1 watt of power, where we're proposing a 40 watt repeater
Perfect.
And it's actually a 50-watt repeater, but we always tune them down. It makes them last a really long time.
So we've used them on job sites. We use on a 10-mile job site, right? And they have a repeater right between the bounce point and the other, so it's great. What if what do you got in here to say, I mean, if we could, you guys install this thing, and we spend $20,000, $21,000 to get this issue to go away, and we have a problem in 2 months that they're not working, what's our recourse?
Yeah, that's a problem, right?
Yeah, that is a problem. That's $20,000 we're out, we're already out.
down. Okay, so let's talk about Marks real quick. Where's the Marks tower?
I don't know, but I know that it's working for our EMS and our
And for fire.
and for fire right now, it's working.
And then you're gonna buy radios at ballpark $4,000 a piece. So that's the cost difference. And
So-
you're gonna pay a user fee on them for the rest of your life.
So, and I'm not saying that I'm against this, I'm saying we may need to get some more quotes.
I agree. What if, the best,
Please.
the lowest common denominator is your handheld radios. So your handheld radios run on a battery. It's only 4 or 5 watts of power, 5 at most. So, you know, if you think about power of the radio like range. You know, if you and I are playing baseball outside, playing catch, and I can throw 100 mile an hour
Sure.
and throw that ball 100 yards, but you can only throw 50,
Yep.
it's not going to be a very fun game of catch. You know, you're going to throw halfway across the football field, pick it up, and then finish throwing it to me. Or I'm going to have to walk to you, right?
Well, yeah.
So that's how radio works. So great, our repeater's 50 watts power. So we're transmitting at 50, but your handheld's only getting into 40. So your handheld is limiting your range of how far away you can get from that repeater.
Perfect.
So the best way to demonstrate a worst case scenario would be to schedule a time, send me to the top of the water tower with a handheld radio, and send one of your guys out to drive
I
around
love that idea.
and test his handheld radio. And that's all we have. There's no repeater. We have 4 watts of power. I'm standing on top of the water tower and he's out driving around.
But then you know that 4 watts is getting to that water tower.
That would be your absolute worst case scenario.
That
That's
you
what it would look
that
like.
you would do that, you'd climb up there, and we would try, and and if it works, I think we would be.
I mean, don't make me climb it on a rainy day, but.
No, I would not.
We can do it on a nice day.
No, I wouldn't ask you to climb that thing. We got fall protection, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we got good insurance too. So.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna need it if you fall from there.
My wife might appreciate it.
Yeah, your man might appreciate it.
So, no, I appreciate, that would give us, I think, peace of mind.
Yeah,
right?
we will
If we
always
was up there
work-
and we knew that it worked, and
Yeah.
wherever we was at, I think that would give us, okay, so my frustration is, and this isn't toward you guys, I appreciate your guys' work that you put in this, but we've thrown money at this and it hasn't worked. And I know we've had, I think it was a radio doctor or somebody like that.
Radio
and-
hospital,
And Bender in the past. has
No.
come in and talked. I'm not saying you guys did any work for us. I'm not saying that. I know that
Okay.
we've gotten quotes in the past.
Okay.
If they said, hey, we can, help out with this, that was his predecessor, right? We didn't know nothing about it. So
Right.
Is there an
And that's a-
agreement also with this?
Say that
Along
again.
the quote, is there an agreement maybe with like a warranty or just assurances basically? For if anything were to fail in the near future, we have some recourse in writing, legal.
Yeah, so the manufacturer has a warranty on the repeater, but when it comes to the antenna or coax, lightning strike, power surge, anything like that, that's all act of God or
Sure.
act of man at that point, if it's a power surge. So, it is what it is, but,
And I don't believe there's battery backup on this quote, but there
There's
is an
not.
alternative to add battery backup should, you go, not have power or whatever, that it would bring it back online.
So if this did fail, let's just say for the purposes that you guys just described, our radios would still work. They would work
Radio
as
to
they
radio,
do,
as they do now.
today,
Yes.
right? Correct. So we wouldn't be without.
Correct.
We would just say, don't go out to that area until we get the repeaters fit. No,
You're gonna
that's a
know-
joke. We would not do that.
you're gonna know right away, because you're gonna go to key up and that repeater, no audio is gonna go through. So your officers are gonna have to change the channel to talk.
If it gets struck by,
If something happens.
Correct. If that repeater, let's just say it blew the antenna down, or the repeater went bad, or got struck by lightning, or whatever, when you go to key up the radio, it's you're gonna be talking to nobody, nobody's gonna hear it.
How are they gonna know that they're not talking to nobody though?
Well,
Like, I'm talking on the radio saying, hey, come back, hey, Dave, not getting a response is gonna.
well, as soon as, when you let go of the microphone, you're gonna hear the repeater talk back to
There
you,
you
it's
go.
gonna go shh.
That's what I'm
If
asking.
they don't hear that, they know the repeater's dead.
Gotcha.
Let me give you guys a call and you guys fix it?
Yes.
Okay.
We either well, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna show up with a loaner. We're gonna put our repeater in place and get you guys on the air, while we take yours down and figure out exactly what's going on.
So I appreciate, so I really like this that you give us the cost, but we don't have the terms and conditions with the cost, you know what I mean? Like the stuff that you're sharing with us now, I don't think, right? Like you're saying, hey, we're gonna show up with a.
Yeah, that
we're gonna get
typically
you guys-
rolls into a maintenance contract. And, you know,
Just
where-
asked about the contract, pretty much, yeah.
if you want a maintenance contract, we can do that, where it's gonna cover, you know, our travel regardless of what happens, whether it's an act of God or not. You know, it would cover everything. If that's what you guys want, we can propose that, but it's up to you.
That's not
Otherwise,
included
it's,
in your.
otherwise it's
it's
just
with
an
hourly.
That'll be additional.
Otherwise, it'll be
Yeah,
an
yeah.
hourly service call and billed on time and materials.
I mean, you can lease it.
Yeah, I'd at least like to look at that, of course, we'd like to look at that. And then we need to get a couple more quotes, Dave, to see what else is out there, something comparable. But I like this proposal, in my opinion, that you would climb up there and say, hey, try it.
And
If
that's
it
4
works.
watts is the worst case scenario. You know, you're talking about a repeater that's 40 watts. So if it works at 4 watts with him standing up there, you know it's gonna work.
Right.
Because it's centrally located in the village, so.
Yes. Perfect, all right, thank you. Anything else for us?
When you said you'd tone it down from 50 to 40 to last a very long time, what number of years are you thinking when you say very long time?
I mean, probably 10 plus. I mean, at a minimum. You know, we still have MTR 2000s deployed that Motorola hasn't made for 15 years. And we still have customers still using those today. So I mean, I think technology will change before we have a
Need to
manufacturer's
replace.
fault, so to speak.
Is there any other questions? Anything else you could share with us, Chris?
Just the
Lauren?
50 watts tuned down to 40, I mean, that's kind of like your car stereo, right? If you drove around with it turned on max all the time, you're gonna blow speakers, something's gonna go bad, right?
So
It's kind of the same thing.
Yep, so the least amount of power that we use, the longer it's gonna last.
Oh, yeah.
So if we
Correct.
said, hey, we only need 30, takes care of our needs, we can tune it down to 30?
Correct.
Correct.
Like, yeah,
We can tune that thing realistically all the way down to 20 watts.
so how long will one of those go? Do you know the frequency, radius? So,
Yeah, you guys are pretty flat up here, so realistically with that up there, a handheld radio, you're probably gonna be somewhere outside.
Yes.
I can't tell you inside of a basement in a hospital how great it's gonna be.
of course,
But-
no, I'm saying our officers that are outside traveling, no, I'm not.
Outside and about, I mean, a handheld, you're gonna see about a 6 to 8 mile radius. And then a mobile vehicle, I mean, you would be able to key that up from Finley. So, you know,
Okay.
with a mobile radio.
So,
I did
10 miles.
I did tee up on the portable from Platteville today and got clear.
Okay, so that's what,
But
5
that's going
miles?
That way.
It's 5 miles?
5, 6 miles. My question, so a handheld portable is 45 watts.
Mhm.
Do you have radios that are more wattage, more portable radios
Not
that are
even
higher?
close.
The FCC and here in the States limits us to 4 watts UHF, 5 watts VHF.
They're V, so it's 5 watts.
Okay. I didn't know if up in the power road,
They're-
handheld would help boost it to the.
No, I mean, there's some knockoff radios that really shouldn't even be in the States that aren't accepted, that do make more power, up around 8 watts. But obviously, we could take a handheld radio and tune it up and make the thing transmit 40 watts, but you're gonna say about 5 syllables through the radio before the battery's dead.
Right.
So, or you're gonna walk around with a car battery strapped to your back, one or the other.
Why not? We got everything else strapped to
Yeah.
it.
Well, thank you so much. Do you guys have any questions for us?
No, just what do you wanna see that maintenance contract can go from just you call us when it goes bad, or you know, we do an annual PM, or what? This thing can go from basic to extreme, and the price varies.
I think that would look something, would you guys be interested, would the legislative authority be interested in seeing something like an annual, I mean, we'd certainly want them to PM it. I mean, what kind of preventive maintenance kind of things do you do on a repeater? Just,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
just,
Yeah, they're gonna come out, they're gonna do a line sweep of the coax, they're gonna check the antenna, check the power out of the repeater, the receive sensitivity of the repeater, and update the firmware. That's a typical annual PM.
okay, and then,
Typically Motorola releases 3, sometimes 4 firmware updates a year. So if you do it once a year, you can skip and do those 3
Sure.
at one time.
but if you go 10 years without doing it, you're falling way
Yeah.
behind.
Yeah, we.
Okay, so yes, we would like to see something with an annual, I think, and then what it would cost us to have you guys come out and, like, if we had something go wrong with it for an hourly basis.
Sure.
Have something as simple as that, I think.
Perfect.
Does anybody else want to see anything other than that?
Is there one that you would like to see that would be halfway in between the two? Is there such a thing?
Yeah, I mean, really, we could limit it to 2 calls a year, up to 2 service calls, plus an annual PM, and then do it that way.
Is that way you have options to look at?
Yeah, give us those 2 options, that's a good question. Mr. Chris.
Because that would kind of be in the middle. That wouldn't be you calling me every Friday going, hey, Chris, don't go to the racetrack, come out here and climb my
I'm not gonna ruin your
You
weekend,
know?
Chris.
I mean, Don would price that accordingly, you know, hey, we're gonna guarantee up to 2 service calls a year, plus some preventative maintenance, and that's it.
Yeah, I like that, and then what you can give us.
Anything in addition would be billed at time and materials at this rate.
That's what I'm looking for right there.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's
And
it.
what about your handhelds and your mobiles? Would you like those PM'd and included? Because that's also an option.
So how many do we have? Yeah, give us so give us, if you give us, so we're looking for 3 different options.
Okay.
Right? The 2 that we just mentioned, that Chris just shared with us, and then add the annual PMs on the radios.
Oh, all
please.
radios, okay.
That's
And I have
thank
the-
you for bringing that to
Yeah,
us.
and I have the inventory, so.
First couple of months, if anything goes wrong, hardware, like that's free of charge, maybe?
The equipment's covered under warranty,
Okay.
okay?
And the vision here is the antenna's at the top, the coax runs down to the bottom. So if there's a problem, our hardware is on the ground.
So it's,
So we're in the pillar, right?
yeah, we're not climbing
Right.
175 feet or whatever.
Do you want anything for battery backup quoted? We didn't, because Chuck said make it as basic as possible to start out with, you know, so that you could understand, we can come in and explain these things, but these can be battery backup in case of a lightning strike, or not a lightning, power outage.
Yeah.
I don't know how often you experience that here.
Chief?
Well, no, I don't think that's necessary at this time. You did, because our radios are still gonna work, even if we use our repeat meter.
Correct.
We're just not gonna, I mean, we're still gonna be able to get by. Unless anybody wants to see that, just to add, I mean, we're already at $20,000, so I wanna, you know, I mean.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that to be, I mean, that was a little bit of a sticker shock for me, but I'm ignorant to this, right?
It's
You
gonna
guys
add-
deal with it every day.
Ballpark $500.
It's gonna add $500, but
Throw it in there just in case, will you? Just give us, throw it in there. as an
you
estimate.
can take it off too,
Yeah,
it
that's
can
what
be an
I'm saying.
option.
Yep, thank you. Yeah.
And then on top of the water tower, did anybody get bored yesterday and climb up there and take a look, see what it looks like?
No, did you ask somebody to?
Nope, I was just curious, we need somewhere to mount the antenna on the.
Oh, there's places up there, yeah, I'm sure that there is.
Typically, there's a vent pipe or a stack or something that we can clamp
Well,
to.
make sure you clamp somewhere good so we're not climbing up there and having to fix it again
Yeah.
later. I'm sure you know how to do that, Chris. The less amount of times you want to climb up.
I was just curious if we had drawings or.
We
or
just
maybe
have to get,
somebody
I'm
had
sure we do.
pictures.
Brian Roberts will have those for us.
Okay.
Reach out to Mr. Bender tomorrow, we'll contact Brian Roberts. He knows everything about that. water tower.
Give me my card, my contact
Yes,
information.
do you have a
great.
card,
I'll
sir?
tell you right now.
So, and he will get you wherever you might be the best place to mount that.
Perfect.
All right, yes. Thank you for your time, we really appreciate it, and.
Any more questions for us, anyone?
Thank you
Real
so
quick,
much.
like Josh is running out there, tell me about this $3,000 cabinet.
It is a NEMA rated enclosure, so that's going to be, we could put that thing outside if we had to. We're not gonna have any issues with moisture, with anything whatsoever.
So is it basically what we're doing is we're charging our radios in there, is that what we're doing?
No,
No.
that will actually hold the electronics, the repeater, the duplex, the
Protect it from
pacemaker.
weather.
I
All
got,
of the
okay. all right,
essential
that-
equipment.
Nice.
That makes a lot more sense then.
Yep.
So it protects the unit, and then the antenna's going up out of that box.
Correct.
If it's inside, could you make it a little bit less of a?
If the repeater's
box?
inside,
No, I'm just saying, if it's inside, it's not outdoors, it doesn't have to be such a high rating for the NEMA.
It does not, but I've never been in a water pillar that isn't damp.
Damp,
Yeah.
moisture, August, you know, if I was paying that kind of money for a repeater, I'd want it protected.
yeah, we'll be looking forward to you guys sharing those. Please reach out to
Will
Josh
do.
tomorrow,
Will do.
and we'll get you that information about mounting brackets or whatever might be up there.
Sounds great.
Thank you guys so much for coming in, we really
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
Of course. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Excuse us, guys.
Have a good night.
Yep, you too.
Okay, moving
Have a good one.
on, the public participation. Yeah, Patty, sorry, Ms. Hutchison?
That's all right, I called you back on the other.
Aha! You did, yeah. Ms. Hutchison, the floor is yours.
Well, you got your papers? You got your papers on my street down there, my
Yeah,
property?
it's in the works.
Yes,
Oh,
I have
okay.
the official petition. I have in for ordinance 2025-12, an ordinance vacating a portion of the improvable lot, Beckett Street, and conveying the property to yourself.
Yeah, and as usual, no luck with the railroad.
No, that's okay, then
No,
we
it's-
just have to advertise.
It's always the same thing now. It's
Patty,
always the same
then
thing
we
with
just
them.
have to advertise and then that gets
When
bypassed.
when I was talking to the girls at the elevator, she's the manager and part owner, I guess, the girl that signed it. And,
Oh, Lucky?
yeah,
Farms?
yeah, Midwood, and it's
I think
Lucky.
they just purchased them, I believe,
Yes.
right?
And anyway, they said, well, they would be glad to have this closed themselves because they have actually had semis try to go down through there, or the grain trucks, and wonder why that street isn't completely open so they can go around. And they don't want them going through either, anyhow.
Okay,
So it's because it's on their GPSs.
right.
And I get a lot of people turn around and
There's not gonna be
I
a
call it
house
my
here?
little street, my little driveway.
It will be soon.
Yeah, well, it's a driveway, that's all it is, yeah.
So,
But, I had people come down there and they're following the GPS and they wonder where do they drive around through there? So I just have to tell you, there ain't no place. It comes to a dead end, it's only that bit. And I've been down there since 2001 and I've been taking care of the property.
Sure.
You know, keeping it clean, mowed.
we appreciate you taking care of our property.
Yeah, you never got a bill, did you?
So, like we just already mentioned, it has to go through a public hearing technically, has to sign advertisements, all that. That'll be probably on the third and last reading of this ordinance. I think it can be the second, it might be the second, depends on this and that timelines. But it shouldn't be a problem, but we'll get to it, and we will vacate that part.
Well, I appreciate the help you boys did for me.
Well,
Come
sorry
down
that it
and
took
check
this
it out.
so long, that there was a commitment by the past, but we'll get it taken care of, Patty.
You know, this is going faster and better so far this time. This is the fourth time now.
Well, we got a better team up here.
My mother owned that property before, and she's tried to put it through to close that. And Bob and me has, in between. And now we're trying it again, but I think we got better team this time.
Thank you for your
I don't know if
patience.
we're, I don't want to say better, we're hopefully not
Yeah.
letting things linger. is what-
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, well, thank you for bringing it to our attention.
I
We'll be in
appreciate
touch.
it all.
You're welcome.
officially.
And I hope everybody can understand why I want it closed off and, you know,
Yeah,
and they keep a lot of people crossing there off, that's walking the tracks
Yeah.
and walking right across the property anyway.
I drew a picture up there on the whiteboard last week to explain it. I think I confused them more.
You did a
Oh.
really good job, don't wait for
She's
you. Trying to
Yeah.
keep the police out.
If I closed the whole road, you couldn't get down there.
Did you have anything else, Patty, that you
I
wanted to
need
share?
you sometimes though.
Did you have anything you wanted to share with us, anything more?
No, that's about it. I just appreciate everybody taking their time
You're
and
welcome.
checking this out and hopefully get it done and I can go from there.
Of course, we'll be in contact.
And like I told Dave, he knows the problems I had down there before about possibly checking into the property next door.
Yeah, that's,
So-
yes, ma'am.
Try to get some of this village cleaned
Well,
up.
thank you, we're working on it also.
All right, thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much, it's good to see you, Patty.
Okay.
Thank you, Patty. What would you say?
Okay.
Hey, I kinda enjoyed it.
All right.
Okay.
Ladies-
Maybe I don't wanna be a pain like my mother was, so.
No, your mother was not. Moving on to letters of communications, anybody have anything they want to share through the past month? Okay, was that enough? Okay, moving on, administrative reports, finance officer, please.
As I sent out in the email, the 18-month contract for electricity, and received, signed, and returned the Progressive Energy, which was passed previously. The ASPP supplemental Medicaid reimbursement contract been signed by the mayor, submitted to the public consulting group, and since I had made this report, I've returned, have received a return signed copy from PCG, so we're, have everything in order there. Continuing to remain in contact with the Eagleville Joint Ambulance District, and we're trying to work with them on obtaining the remainder of our payment for providing EMS services to their district for the first 9 months of 2024.
I just want to stop you there for a second, if I can, please, and I apologize because I'm losing my train of thought, so please forgive me, Matt. I did pull up the mutual aid agreement throughout the Wood County. I would like to sit down with you, Mr. Bender, and the chief, and discuss this, and then probably, I think we may have a resolution that might help us resolve this if we don't get the money that is owed to us, and without hopefully having to go through legal counsel. So I may have stumbled onto something that might help us. Once I have the discussion with the group, we will share it. We'll probably go into executive session, share with you guys once we get to that point. Please carry on.
So the mayor has addressed Eagleville some, one of the first three things I mentioned. Does anybody have any questions on any of those three? The Medicaid reimbursement, Eagleville, which we just talked about, or the electricity?
We did share with the legislative authority that we have met with the Eagleville, right? That we brought that to your guys' attention, right? Okay, I just want to make sure that we're up to speed. We are waiting. Have we heard anything back from them yet?
I've reached out to them through a phone call, and just, trying to keep the communication open and no movement.
Okay, so.
Any direction.
So they said they would talk about it and then get back to us. This was at least 3 weeks ago. Am I correct in saying that?
At least
Something like that. So at least 3 weeks. So I want to sit down with Matt, Josh, and Mr. As I already shared with you, and we'll discuss what I might have found in the mutual aid agreement. So how to proceed forward possibly. I'm sorry, Matt.
You're good. The road levy resolution of necessity was passed at the previous special meeting. I submitted that to the county auditor, and I have before me the certificate of estimated property tax revenue. I'm going to read parts of this, and then we're going to ask for a motion from council to accept it. So it's an official certificate made by the Wood County auditor. And without reading every detail, it has the street improvement levy to be placed on the November 4, 2025 election, and it is renewal as what was discussed previously, and which was in the resolution. It's estimated to produce $105,000 annually, and that's 2 mil levy, which amounts to $45 for each $100,000 of the county auditor's appraised value. Other than that, that is the gist of the whole thing. There's some instructions on the bottom half, which is more to do with, it kind of explains everything as far as like terms and so forth, and anybody's welcome. I can pass it around if you want to see it.
If that gets approved, Matt, can you please get a copy of that in my box, please?
Yes.
Thank you. I just want to reiterate, it is a renewal, we're already paying it. Hopefully, they support that and give us at least a little something. That's what's kind of giving us the majority of the money for the next two projects that are about to take place. It's had to generate, so. I'm sorry.
And accepting this, essentially, this is on the Wood County Auditor's website, it's step number 2 on their guidelines. It's, you know, once this is accepted, we do have the resolution to proceed. Will come later in the meeting.
So can we get a motion to approve to accept the certificate of estimated property tax revenue that was given to us by the county auditor?
No.
Did we get a first and a second?
Yes, we did.
Vote when ready, please.
Ms. Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Engard?
Yes.
Mr. Soltis?
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre?
Yeah.
Mr. Richmond?
Yes.
And Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you. So, later on in the meeting, the resolution to proceed will be proposed and we'll go and hopefully pass, but
Yeah.
moving on, still really to do with the county auditor. I mentioned previously, it's probably been a couple of months that we filled out the paperwork. You submit it to the county auditor, which then goes to the state of Ohio. That was submitting to have the properties at the Water Street Water Tower and the Dixie Highway property to be tax exempt. We recently received two checks from the county auditor. Basically, it was reimbursement for back taxes paid, and that was anywhere from 2 to 3 years, depending on which property. So that total was $37,099.28. So,
Thank you,
I
man.
mean, that was nice to get that finalized, you know, and to see it go to the finish line. Them were the highlights I had in the packet. The financial information's all there. I don't know if anybody
Nice.
has any questions on that.
The only thing that I have, I don't see nothing on here, we had somebody address us about, investments.
Yes,
Is that something we wanted to try to?
I want to talk about investments too.
Okay, sorry,
I have it down here.
I didn't get ahead of you.
Nope, you're good. So, Gabe from Meter was here at the special meeting end of April. Everybody was here except for maybe Mike. I guess, if you're following national news, they did not institute an interest rate reduction. It kind of appears that they're probably not going to in June, but that's hard to say. July or later is what I've been reading. But with that being said, I just wanted to ask council if maybe you want me to invite Kirk Ludwig's our representative from Charles Schwab, invite him to the next committee of the whole. I don't know if we're gonna have anything before the committee of the whole.
Are you saying to just give us another perspective on the
Yes.
forecast?
That's just loading it as an idea to get a proposal for it, see what his thoughts are. The next Fed meeting is June 17th-18th. I'm not really sure why they had it over a 2-day spread listed, but let's just call it June 18th. Then it's July 29th, 30th. I have a list here up through December. I guess I'm just opening
I don't think
up-
it would hurt, would it?
opening
No,
up
I would
for
like it.
thoughts.
Yeah, to give us, yes, can you please invite him to the next, and then we'll have at least 2 professionals, you know, you guys all get to hear some of the stuff that Matt and I has heard. I've heard less than that, but, yeah, will you please invite, is that okay? We'll give him some time to share with us, their forecasts.
The Star Ohio's still paying well, and actually, like, it's hard to time the market. I mean, but I just wanna make, just so you know, like, obviously, I don't wanna see interest rates go down before we do something, because it kinda looks bad. But you gotta keep in mind that every month that goes by that we haven't done anything, we're making a little bit more money than if we did something, say, 2 months ago, so.
Right.
So it's like, I personally, I mean, you guys don't, you never know what somebody's thinking, but if it was to go down in June, I would have wished that we did it sooner, but yet, I personally wouldn't be devastated knowing that, you know, you're getting a higher return now, the longer you wait, so.
But even if it goes down in June, don't we have time to get it?
They gave indicated, yes.
But she said 30 days.
But we ought to get that second, I would like to see, you know,
Second
that's a good
opinion.
question. That's a good question for the next gentleman
Right.
to come in to say, you know, just to ask.
Well, I'd like to hear from them because we did better under them, and I you know,
Yeah.
I like them.
I wanna be ready to make a move, but.
Yes.
The fact that we haven't made a move, in my mind, is not, you know.
Hasn't hurt us.
Hasn't hurt us.
Perfect, okay. So, will you please reach, I think everybody's in agreement, please reach out to them and see if you can come and at least give us a forecast, please, and then what could be our options. Thank you, Matt, very much. Anything else that you have to share with us, Matt?
That's all I.
Thank you for everything. On the medical reimbursement, on getting the $37,000 back and getting this renewal up in where we need it. And working on everything with the finances for the 2 projects that we have coming up. So any questions for Matt? All right, moving on. Maybe. What did I do with my agenda?
You're losing your mind.
I am. Okay, moving on to the EMS chief. There was no report submitted. They don't have reports due. Oh, well, it says.
Yeah, it's got 2 dots, that's all right.
What did I do with my agenda? All right, moving on to fire chief. Our fire chief, is there any questions for our EMS chief? Any questions? All right, moving on to our fire chief, he is not here, he's not required to be here. Any questions for our fire chief? We did get our new truck in,
Yeah,
the whole department is ecstatic.
Okay.
Like, I was out on the golf course and I had firemen saying thank you to the group. So, you are a fireman, Mr. Ingard. They are very happy. Just so you know, the old equipment truck that they was using, and this is the first it was shared with me, like, this is no joke. More of them than one said to me, when they went out and it was windy, that thing would do this. This thing drives like a tank. They said they love it. It is so safe and secure. And I went over there when they was loading it, right? Hunter called me, Mr. Francisco called me, said, hey, come up and check this thing out. The whole group, the bunch of them was up there, and they're just very, very happy and appreciative. So, thank you.
Is it here?
Yeah, it's here. So,
We keep it in this garage?
Yeah, so thank you to the legislative authority for getting rid of that.
What was wrong with it?
The red truck went to,
Wrong with,
The new truck, something's wrong with the new truck. They had to get a few people.
No, we had to get it wrapped.
Yeah, it had to get wrapped.
with radios and,
I know they had to do some stuff for the winch, I think. Yeah, they had to do something for the winch. I'm almost positive. I'm not positive, but I thought Hunter might have said something about the winch. It has a winch on the front of it that's gonna come in handy that we have not had, so any questions for the chief? Do you want me to ask that, Ms. Beaupre, to maybe ask? Okay. Moving on, if there's no questions, to police chief, Mr. Lafferty is here. What's that? Yes, you are. How was your vacation? All right, did you get any turkeys?
Yes, I did.
All right.
there you go.
Okay. Glad to hear that.
Good time out camping by myself, got good with the soul.
All right, like to hear that. Okay, do you have any questions for us, Mr. Lafferty? I think me, you, and Matt's gonna sit down Monday at 4 or 4:30. I think 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. I'll try to get up here from work, and I'll come straight up here. We'll just sit down and touch base. Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Lafferty while he's here? All right, we are gonna move on to the utilities director. Is there any questions for Mr. Roberts, other than we just need to get a description of where, regardless who comes in and puts a repeater up, if that's the direction we want to go, make sure there's somewhere that it is solid that we can mount that on top of that. So you'll take care of that, right?
So I have a question
Sure,
over
but
this.
I have it from you.
So, okay, let me just say this, will you work on getting us a second proposal for
Absolutely, I got the card already.
for a repeater? Then it's comparable to what they proposed. Thank you. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yes, the other thing on the revised agenda was I included, and I did text all council and the mayor about, is something I just want to bring to council's attention, and potentially, if you guys agree, or would like to go forward with it, we can potentially sign a quote. So basically, as I stated in the text message, I reached out to Intac, they got me a quote pretty quickly. I'm just worried about the security of our water supply, basically. Basically, we would have an additional 2 cameras outside of the water treatment plant. And I wasn't sure if council wanted to discuss this more in depth, if they...
Both plants?
Just the water, just the water.
Was that, we put the, how, so this was Mr. Roberts asked for this?
I did.
Yeah, but that's why we spent, how much did you guys spend on that fence? The village spent an awful lot of money on that fence. I mean, that's the purpose of the fence. We was required
Well,
to
they
do that.
get, the EPA hold a gun to our head about the fence, make us put it in.
I think they might have.
Yeah, to protect the wa, yeah, to protect the water.
But this is additional security, we don't have to go forward with these quotes, I just wanted to bring it to your attention, if we want to go forward with it, let me know, I just want to make sure we covered all our bases and secured our water supply, that's my main thought. And one is for 2 cameras, basic cameras are 1,200, and the 2 professional cameras are 1,600. That's the total quote. That includes labor and the hardware and the cameras themselves.
Can we please kick that committee of the whole when Mr. Roberts is here?
Sure.
And
Good idea.
that way we can get his perspective on it. I don't know that it's, I mean,
It's
now-
not mandatory.
Right, but now you bring it to our attention, so if something happens, we don't get foolish, we don't get it done. So, but it's,
That's why we have the cameras, hoping we don't need them.
Security is important to
Well-
me, and I wanted to bring it to the council's attention.
Of course.
Ask for a quote, why not?
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Nice,
Sir,
Josh.
yes, I'm not being critical. I hope
Yeah.
you don't take it that way.
Every time.
Well, that doesn't surprise me one bit. All right, moving on.
But not, if you're gonna, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
For Brian, and I don't know where we're at on this, I know you were working on an agreement, but while our attorney's here, I've got questions. So, on the employee equipment usage.
Yes.
That we talked about at committee of the whole, did you hear back from the our insurance company?
I did, and I'll get you that thing they sent back to me, but basically, they said that they don't normally get that kind of question because no one really allows their employees to use personal. This is not something we run into often, as most of our members don't allow personal use of village equipment. I'm going to reach out to our risk management team on this one for their feedback. I'll be in touch. That was yesterday,
Okay. Because first of all, I have concerns of the optics and what it's gonna look like to our taxpayers, that we're allowing equipment to go home with our employees at taxpayers' expense, because it's of the wear and tear. And when we have to replace that, or we need to go and ask for more money from our taxpayers, they're gonna say, why are we doing this? And it's only gonna take them to use it once, and somebody to see that, to have concerns about that. So I have concerns there, but I also have concerns as far as the liability. And I know that, you've reached out to our insurance company, they haven't answered us yet, but my concern is third party. If somebody signs an agreement, that's only stating that they can't come back and sue us. Third party can. And that's what I'm concerned
Third
about.
party, who's third party? Who's third
Okay,
party?
so they're taking the piece of equipment home, they get in an accident, that third party's gonna come after us. They use the equipment at home and someone gets hurt, even the person using it, the third party could be the wife or a relative that would come after us. And that's why I wanna ask our attorney, is that correct, and, would that be a correct statement, or?
That's a legitimate concern. I think the response you're gonna get from the insurance company is that they will not be covered.
Right.
Yes, and I believe, this was part of my administrative report I'll talk about later. I have the full use of equipment, basic contract with the employee, and then the revised form you originally saw at the end of it too. So I'm fairly sure that it covers in there if a third party goes after that individual, that we are kind of
Hold harmless?
held harmless, basically.
But I don't know that in a court of law that's gonna hold up. You know, they're gonna come after who owns that piece of equipment. Because we even talked about, you know, KT Rental or somebody like that. I believe they're probably under a different insurance umbrella that handles rentals, which is not what we do. So, again, I wanted our attorney to, and I know you haven't had a chance to read the agreement, so you don't need to answer us now, but I just know this is a concern of mine that I've had from the very beginning, so, is third-party lawsuit.
Those concerns are legitimate. If asked, I would discourage the use of village equipment by private individuals.
Understood.
That's all I got.
Well, if you guys bring that forward for a vote at the next meeting, and they vote it down, then there's the answer. If they pass it, then there's your answer. It's that simple. So if it gets a motion and a second passes, then we'll adopt it. If it doesn't get a motion, then...
I will fill this committee to hold them and have Brian speak on that behalf, on this and on other issues too. But on this, and we will have more answers from insurance.
The cameras.
On the cameras too, yes. Sound good?
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving, is there anything else for our utility director?
I just wanted to mention, we did meet, and on the Neptune portal, option A was the one we thought made the most sense.
Yes, and that is also my administrative report.
And as far as
Oh, no, that's just a resolution.
we did talk about the village equipment use thing, and there was still a lot that needed done, so there was no decision on that, because without the legal side,
Okay, we
you know,
will.
that
we will
was
let
just,
you
until
know.
we've got an answer on that, it's really a dead issue till we know.
Yeah.
Understood.
From the insurance company, you're saying?
Yeah, because if we're not covered, then
Right.
the third party was the concern, and then he had to check a couple things on the meter policy, so that would save us a lot of time with our employees going back and forth. But he has an idea, but he'll have to share that, because it was too technical for me, so. Because right now, sometimes they go for a meter, they're there, it ends up being 2 hours by the time they finally get the person. This would
Yes.
solve that.
I have that under filling of swimming pool.
You talking about
policy.
swimming pools, or you talking about the Neptune?
The meter policy.
Okay.
Swimming pools policy is in my administrative report. If I can find it right here.
But the Neptune policy
There it
was
is.
option A, was the one that seemed the best.
Yes, Neptune will be part of the resolution coming up. But the existing policy for filling swimming pools and the revised policy for swimming pools is in my administrative report. I should probably page number these in the future. But it's towards the back, right before my recommendation to hire a code enforcement officer. So that is existing and revised, along with my neat little graph that Brian provided.
Anything else for the utility director? All right.
We do have this for the DPW, and also
Yeah,
revised.
Coming over.
So Josh Long approached me.
Moving on to Department of Public Works. Any questions for Mr. Long from anybody? Okay.
Is that about parks and stuff?
What's that?
Public Works?
Yeah. Yeah, that's parks.
Yeah. Had a question, have we heard anything about when the guy's gonna get the caboose?
Yes, I've had a couple conversations with the gentleman. He said, I can't remember. He said
Late August.
Give me one second.
Okay,
Yeah, Charles. He said, I'm guessing July/August we will be moving it. So he's getting things together. Yeah, he's getting it together.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think he said it was gonna cost like $15,000 to move it, so.
Whatever it is, I want to go.
Does anybody have any other questions for Mr. Long? I believe, when are they coming in for the new parks equipment down in the east end of the park?
We are still in conversations with them on that.
Okay.
You know, the Cozy Cocoon, we got the instruction manual, the installation, we'll be installing that around the same time. I'm just working with Josh Long on the exact specifics and working with Mid-States on what else.
Mid-States, is that Mid-States, yes?
Yes, yes. So it's gonna happen, I just gotta figure out the exact details.
Okay, perfect. So, yeah, are they ready to come in and install that stuff? He called me, I told him reach out to you.
It seems like it, I just have not confirmed that yet.
Well, we need to probably make that happen if we can. I mean, before you go on vacation, early, you're leaving.
I'm going tomorrow morning.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna make it.
Work fast.
Next week, we need to get on top of that, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, and then there was one thing for the street sweeper, please,
Yes, so Josh Long's street sweeper it's heavily damaged in a way, but
What is the way?
I can give you the exact details, but it's a couple sheets of stuff I can't understand.
Is it just wear and tear?
Basically, joystick,
Hydraulic line.
the whole thing. I'm not sure if you want to see it. Read it better than I can.
I got it, buddy.
But basically, it's up to $8,262.39. He did also provide, first couple pages are just alternative.
Okay, alternative,
for,
okay.
Someone else
So
coming
this
in
is the
with their
actual-
street sweeper and doing it for us. It's like $175, something like that per hour.
There's a hydraulic leak in the back of the machine, possibly the hydraulic reservoir. The control panel toggle switch as well. It's inoperable. The button on the right is inoperable. The hopper box keeps dropping down. I don't know what's called, the springs on the bottom of the hopper, the pan, they're missing.
Whole bunch of stuff.
Control panel flashes and the machine throttles down. The emergency stop button is broke.
Is this all just
Does it
happening
never
at
have
once?
any maintenance?
That's what I'm.
What's that?
Do they never do any maintenance on this?
I haven't asked that question.
I don't know. We don't have anybody to do maintenance. I mean, do we want to pay somebody for a maintenance to come in and?
Well, no, but I'm.
No, I'm not. Please don't take it that way. I'm
Well, if
asking.
I hop in my vehicle and my ignition switch falls out,
Right.
I get the ignition switch fixed.
But
Then if
But if
it's
my
leaking
joystick
hydraulic
don't work,
fluid,
I
like,
get
did
my
this all
joystick.
happen
I
overnight?
don't know. But this is I do not know that.
Okay.
I can't answer that.
It just
No,
means-
I get. Yeah. So there's
Because it's a bunch of stuff.
yeah, there's yeah.
Keep
it's-
going.
Yeah,
Do
there's-
we
there's
know
more
how
than
many
that.
hours the street sweeper actually operated last year?
We could get that.
Operates
answer
quite
for you.
a bit.
I know
Every week or so?
Dan runs
Every
it.
2 weeks?
No, it runs once a week.
Yeah, once a week.
That might
At
be-
least. Well, I've seen him out in the summer.
Right, I'm not saying it didn't run, I was just wondering the amount of hours it ran last year comparable to years before, and
The,
That'd be a question.
why all of a sudden we have
The-
an $8,000 bill.
the gutter, well, I don't know. I can't answer. This is something you'll have to ask Mr. Long at the committee of the whole.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
you know, kind of what happened. That's a good question, you know, if you get in there and see something leaking, why is it not getting fixed? Guys, keep in mind, we don't have a maintenance department. So think about when we call somebody in to fix these things, or it costs a fortune when we, I don't want to say a fortune, it costs a lot of money to take this stuff out the cases, just so you guys know.
Right.
So for them to take every little nickel and dime out there, we're gonna get into the situation that we got to with the police cars, right? I mean, as much as I agree with you, hey, if there's something leaking, get it fixed. But I mean, if it's a switch that's gone bad, I mean, unless we want to contract with somebody to get them in here and do, you know, preventative maintenance on our equipment, which I would support 100%, right? You know, get a diesel mechanic to come in here and
Well, the thing is
Well-
if you ignore some things, they'll cause more damage, so maybe we need to on certain.
Well, I think if you're gonna do a preventative maintenance something, it's not that you don't get certain things. It's something, you have them come in and you have them do a clean sweep and,
Right.
you know, if you want, and that's gonna cost a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money, guys, for a mechanic.
And the place.
And I'm not disagreeing with doing it. I'm just saying, we don't have, guys, the people that are running our departments, you know, they're street workers, they're water employees, they're not mechanics. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have things looked at. Our department heads should know to go and, hey, if you got something leaking, get it looked at. I agree with you guys, but if we want, just know what you're saying when you're saying we want people to come in here and preventative maintenance of our equipment. I mean, that can be very, very expensive. But we could get some quotes. I know a guy that could potentially be interested in doing that is, you know, on the side, he's our mechanic at work. I know he said he does stuff on the side for $50 an hour, but I'm saying I don't know that he would do that here, right? I don't know. But, yeah, we'd have to get him a contract. He'd have to be like LLC, which I don't know that he'd be interested in doing that.
LLC.
You know, I don't know that, you know.
Okay.
Well, see, without it.
No, you can bring him on as an employee.
But without something like that.
Yeah, I know you can.
We could.
Without something like that, we get this. $8,000.
In one shot.
Yeah. And the other thing is, I mean, in all fairness, because this brings us back to so many other things, we have to have a place for it to be worked on.
Yeah. Well, they can work on it without.
They could do that. The biggest thing is if we have departments that are dependent on machinery, that machinery should be upkept.
Sure.
And if that means we have to have maintenance people come in and take care of those machines so they run every day and run correctly, then that's what we need to do.
So I think what we probably ought to start off, if you would please make a note, get us a cost of what we have paid for, I think we need to figure out what we're paying now.
Right.
Let's say who we have taken over the past 3 years, who we have taken our equipment to, and what we have paid to get it fixed. That's, I think, is the starting position.
Yeah. And what a new street?
It's about $225,000.
Right.
Just so you know.
So that the maintenance cost over the course of the year is not going to be a drop in the bucket compared to $250,000.
If you had somebody come in that would, maybe over a couple of weeks, you'd sign contract with them that would come in and, I mean, we got a heck of an agreement with our generators, you know, what we was getting rolled over the coals.
Good example.
Timmy got us in contact with the gentleman, and he come in, he's doing a great job for us up to
Right.
this point. So,
Right.
and for a lot less. So maybe it's something we need to look into. I think before we look into that, though, guys, we need to make sure that we understand what we've paid. Let's get a starting point. To just say, hey, let's go out there and let's see if the issue's as big as what we may think it is, or maybe it's not even that big of a deal. I know $8,000 is a big deal, but that's $8,000 over, what, 10 years? I don't know when we bought that. 7 years ago? I don't know. So let's get some fact-finding information first, and then.
So do we now want to go forward with this quote this time?
Oh, we have to pay that. They've got to pay. We've got to pay
Do we
that.
want to do a vote? Or
Yeah, we've got to pay that.
Okay.
So we need a motion that
Make sure
we
it's okay.
authorize Mr. Long to get the street sweeper repaired.
Yeah, if we want a street sweeper, we need that.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Thank you. At the cost of $8,000.
$262.39.
Thank you very much. Yes.
So go back with Mr. Long and get the information for you. At the very least, we can talk about it if needed.
Yeah, so make sure that gets paid. That is just, and did you vote on that?
Yeah.
Any other discussion on it?
You know, because we're in discussion, please, for committee of the whole, what he said.
I got it.
Okay.
All right,
Vote when ready, please. Yes.
Mr. Engard?
Yes.
Mr. Soltis?
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre?
Yes.
Let's get through this.
Mr. Richmond?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
And Ms. Hefner?
Yes.
All right, moving on. Anything else from the Department of Public Works? Moving on to Village Administrator.
Yes. So, East Broadway project, we will be awarding both Hohenbrink and OHM Advisors very shortly. It's kind of out of our hands right now, in ODOT's hands in Columbus. Once we get the confirmation from them, we will immediately award. Also, I set up the pre-construction meeting today for June 3rd. For that meeting also, it's also on the board.
Okay, thank you. Is that for both projects?
May 29th would be the pre-construction meeting for the Water Street Bridge.
When is that? June 20? When was that? June 29th?
June 29th, Thursday. And just like the other project, both projects will be awarded by May 20th, are currently pending with ODOT. but there doesn't seem to be any issues with either project, and we are full steam ahead on both of those going forward. Stormwater projects, Colliers has been selected to design and engineer 2 stormwater projects, one at Memorial Park and the other along State Route 18 near the reservoirs. Surveying is underway. We are actively pushing grant funding to cover inspection and construction costs, with project completion is anticipated in 2026 sometime. The annexation of the wastewater treatment parcel, I had a couple hiccups with getting a proper survey document after my meeting with the county engineer. He provided one to me, and I was able to submit it to the county commissioners on Friday. Yeah, basically, they will have to vote on it. There's a resolution maybe with them, maybe I can't remember exactly, and then everything should be taken care of. And we'll finally annex that parcel after owning it for about 70 years.
That's so embarrassing. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was supposed to have been done back when we did the sewer separation project, just for the record. Nobody could find, and we had to, because we got grants for that. So there's no way to just slip through the cracks like a lot of things in our village in the past, so.
If we did annex it on our side of things, it was never told to the county who actually records things.
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
And that was a lot of the problems, as you've seen since you've come on, that people weren't. Go ahead.
Yes, and well, we talked about Peggy, but ordinance number 2025-12 is regarding our portion of Beckett Street that we're going to convey to Peggy. All related fees have been waived, honoring.
It's okay, we know.
Patty.
I've been called that before.
I'm calling you Peggy from now on. Patty Hutchinson. Let's get that corrected in the final minutes.
It is Patty. I have it written right.
Lose my mind. Anyways, honoring past commitments, so we're good on that end.
Thank you.
The personnel manual, we will be, I believe, reading. What we already did. Yes, we're reading the last reading for section 2 of the personal policy manual. That will be effective immediately. It doesn't have to go through 30 days of waiting due to its nature. But section 3, it's proving to be a little more than anticipated, and I'm going to need more time before I get to the council for the first reading.
No worries.
A lot of that's going to have to be individual meetings with me and all department heads regarding incentive pay. For example, if we want to go forward, or we are going forward with a K-9 officer, we want to make sure that we have proper language in our policy regarding that position specifically, but also all water operators, et cetera, et cetera. I'm trying to take stuff out of our wage resolution and put it into practice for long-term.
Is an agreement for schooling going to be in this section?
Yes.
Or
it already
training? Okay, perfect.
It's already currently existing. We're changing that a little
We
bit.
just need to change the language because it now only pertains to the water department, water and wastewater, correct?
There's that too, yeah. I was thinking about the actual school being stuff I'm not sure if we ever use, but yes, that too. Yes, exactly. Going on, Community Garden Assembly was on April 26th. Kickoff event is May 24th. I should be there. Mayor, I believe you are still. I'm not sure if you're going to be there or not. But anyways, that went very well. If you haven't been down to the park yet, it looks beautiful. There's 8 beds there. The garden club will be maintaining those into the future. Yeah. Sue, anything you want to say? I mean, you were there too. Good event.
Yeah. Impressive day at the park. I think by the end of this week, they're planting some things that will kind of vine up over that entry gate that's on the north side of the entrance to the community garden.
Gotcha.
It's all fenced in.
And I hope you will be there on May 24th also. IT upgrades. The phone transition has been completed. There's some hiccups with the learning curve with some of them, some people, some employees, but we're getting through that. Server upgrades to be completed later this year. Microsoft 365 migration will be completed May 30th. I just got that organized with them. We have 4 people upgrading all of our computers basically and getting the 365 version of Microsoft computers and all that. Cybersecurity awareness training scheduled to begin in June, right after the migration.
I just want you to know I've already been catfished.
Really?
Yeah. The mayor sent me a couple messages.
I don't think you know what catfishing is. That's a little different than spear fishing. Catfishing is if someone in
Is pretending to be somebody else.
I don't know,
that they're
China
not.
is asking to
Was he
be your internet
Apparently you've never.
companion.
I got another one of those.
I did
Was
too.
he abducted again?
No, but you really need to speak with me on an important
Yes,
matter.
me
Oh,
too.
one of those.
You
Yep,
too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're important.
Well, you guys are. I am not reaching
Look
out
at
to
the
you.
email.
I was like, well, hey, give me a call, here's my social security
Yeah.
number.
I'm at work and I got a message from Mr. Richmond. I was like, oh, hey,
Catfish is a
something's
little
going on. He's
different. Catfish is
like,
different.
hey, how you doing? Yeah, what do you need? What do I need? Like, you texted me. No, you got me a message that you need to talk to me about something important.
Oh, you fell for it.
Everyone
Oh, I
stay
fell
vigilant
for it.
when you're reading.
I did right up until I actually.
Now, he probably clicked the link, so.
Well, I didn't, I was at work.
So I clicked on the
The link?
address where it came from.
Oh, okay, you
To
didn't click the
see,
link.
yeah, and it wasn't, and then it didn't come up as.
The way to stay vigilant, sir. Don't fall for those traps.
No.
Not me, buddy. I'm sharp as a tack.
Awareness training will help in
This
addition
is why
to
we have
all
the
this.
security training that we're having.
Yes, that's about half the reason.
All right. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, moving on. The bulletproof glass installation has been completed. If you haven't seen it yet, go over to the police department. Our dispatchers are now safer, and there's no plexiglass defending them from any crazies who might want to shoot at them.
And the wall has been repaired.
And the wall has been repaired, but don't tell all those people who those places. We are probably going to upgrade the door and the other wall later this year or maybe the next year, depending on funds, basically.
Dave would like to wait
We'll
till
probably
next year.
look at grant funding for that in addition. We used our last of our ARPA money for the last phase of the bulletproof glass. Public Works requests to date, and this is actually 47, not 40 requests have been recorded this year. I've had a couple since I've submitted this. Resolution 17-2025, which we will be discussing, emergency, is for full forensics, for body cam and other document redactions. The resolution also includes a $2,000 allocation for redaction services when costs are non-recoverable from requesters, and for pre-April 9th effective House Bill 315 redaction needs to occur that I cannot pass on to the requester.
So, and I had a question on that.
Yes.
What would be a scenario that cannot be passed on before? Is that because they need a report and they're entitled to it, or what would cause us to have to spend $2,000 because we couldn't pass it on?
I'd like to pass this question off to Paul Scott.
So you're asking about the public records requests?
Yeah, and why we have the 2,000 allocation in there.
So I think what you're asking, I got the same question. What, if the House bill gives us the right to recover these costs, what scenario what's an example of what might happen when we wouldn't be able to recover those costs if we went through the proper procedures? That somebody may not pay us.
Well, if they're not law enforcement related, we cannot recover those costs.
Right, yep.
We're only recovering those that are related to law enforcement requests.
Whether
Specifically
it's
a body
detective-
cam, so if we do personnel files of an officer, we can't recover that cost, correct, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we can.
Yeah, anything having to do with police
I
department,
think law enforcement, yeah.
So-
That's why I passed the question.
Yeah.
yes.
So give me a scenario that would not, what else would there
So,
be if it's
like
not?
if somebody put in a records request of how many EMS calls there were in a year, is that what you're talking about?
Exactly, that's a good.
Okay.
very good example.
Thank you.
Well, record request, guys, has become very, very expensive for us. Like, I don't even think that we quite understand how expensive. And there's nothing we
And I
can really
assume
do
we're
about
doing
it.
an emergency so that we can get it in place quicker
Yes,
because we have requests
there's
coming
a
in?
few pending requests, pre-April 9th effective,
That we're gonna pay.
that we are gonna have to pay for when it comes to body cam specifically. And then I'll get with Paul Scaff to make sure that what we are doing with vocal forensics is necessary.
Which we believe it really is, guys. Like, and they will be the ones recovering the cost though, right? How will that work?
Well, don't they have to pay up front?
Well,
Yes, we can require them to pay them.
yes.
Yes,
So-
we are.
Okay.
So
Well,
do
the
we-
man hours alone.
But do we have a procedure for them? Like, so do they give us how to proceed with this? Focal forensic?
Yes, they did, in the meeting, virtual meeting I had with the Chief Lafferty, Paul Scaff, and I, and them, basically, the request would come in to me, I would tie in focal forensics, basically, they would say, we are working on behalf of the village, obviously keep us in the loop, and correct me if I'm wrong, call on this, because it was a little last week, but basically, they would, receive, well, we would receive payment, I believe. Maybe they receive payment directly, I think, to local forensics.
So is it an estimate?
It's in the agreement here. It's, I think it's in this one.
They have suggested that it is a fixed estimate. In other words, they will
Yes.
give us that price, and
It's permanent.
that is the price.
Okay, so we
they
say-
are making an
Cut that part off.
estimate,
It's
but that
permanent.
is gonna be the price.
So we say, okay, here, we're gonna submit this to you guys, they'll look at it, they'll give us the price to fulfill that request, and then we will pass that along and say, once you pay this, you will get the,
That's
okay.
exactly right.
Yes, sir,
There you go.
so once we receive that money, then we give them the go-ahead to proceed. We don't say proceed, and then, because once we give them the authorization to proceed, we are obligated to pay them. You see what I'm saying? I would believe we are. So we don't give forensic until, so if Aaron Patterson comes up and says, hey, I want all the police records for 2026, okay? We're gonna pass that off. Forensics comes back and says that's gonna be $800. Let's just say. We don't tell them, hey, Josh, this is for you. We don't tell them to go ahead with that until Aaron pays his $800. You hear what I'm saying? Don't say.
Actually, $750 is the cap.
$750, thank you.
So if they gave us a quote for $800, we'd end up with it.
So there's what might be why we need some money. If we have to fulfill a request, we're obligated by law to fill a request, we are. And it might go over the $750 that's allowed by law, we're gonna need some money.
And I assume that this forensic company, they operate within the sunshine law as well, like we're under.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're
government.
good.
Okay.
But the best thing is, if they make a mistake, the liability is on them, not us.
Yeah, I read that. And then, we don't make any money off this. We're just the middleman and all the money goes to forensics, right? We don't make no money off this.
Well, if two people request the same video, I would say we could make some money off of that because it's already redacted for the first person. So I guess we could theoretically make money, correct, Mr. Scaff?
Assuming the requests are identical.
Yes.
So it would just be a $75 charge then, is that correct, or what was that?
But then we still got some bugs we gotta work out. We don't have to work them out here tonight, but just make sure that we don't.
$75 per hour up to $750.
But if we're not investing any more into it, how does that work? If it's already been
It
redacted?
depends if the forensic company is going to actually do any editing or reviewing, because they're gonna charge for that.
I got you, okay.
Thank you very much. Anything else on the forensic? That's gonna be before you.
Okay, and then we already touched on it, but the village equipment use authorization form is also in my packet. And I think we already agreed that we're gonna postpone that until council committee of the whole.
Yep.
And then the next one is filling the swimming pools policy, which again, the current and revised policy is in here. I'm not sure if we want to also table that, I can't recall.
What?
This is-
There's what I got.
You ain't got a full report.
No, we only got 2 pages.
We got 2 pages. So you're telling us to follow along, and I'm not sure how you want me to
You
follow
only
along.
gave me 2 pages, sir.
All right, that's okay. So we're following along.
Anyways.
Because I haven't got to read the swimming pool policy.
I say we table that until committee of the whole as well.
I don't know that we should,
Yeah,
and
they
the reason
wouldn't
why is
have
because
It's the season getting ready.
Yeah,
Start
it's
filling.
time. And I'm sorry. If you guys want to table it, we can. I mean, it's your meeting, it's your decision. I'm just, I would like to.
It frees up time for our water operators to do their job instead of running around town constantly.
Switching those meters
Switching
out.
out those meters, and I think it's unnecessary. And I was approached by Brian about this, and I think we should continue with the revisions that are not in front of us.
I don't disagree with that, but we don't know what the changes are. We may have some suggestions, so we can always amend it once we, please just make sure everybody gets a copy of that in their box, and then if we need to make any amendments or suggestions, we can do that committee of the whole. Start it off, do it at the committee of the whole, and amend whatever this is.
Yeah, because we're not passing that as an emergency, are we?
It's just a policy that we're adopting.
Okay.
We're adopting a policy. It's not an ordinance, it's not a resolution, it's just a policy that we are adopting.
Yep, I will get that to you.
So we can, you guys can change that at any time.
Give it to me and I will make copies.
Thank you, Becky.
Yeah. You be right back.
On the way, Brian.
Well, you're gonna have to skip from three, move on.
Sorry, Becky, this is my fault.
All right. It's fine, Josh. Yes, it is.
Anyways, where's the last thing here?
Code enforcement officer.
Code enforcement officer. I think we already talked about that. So basically, I recommend the hiring of Jacob Lamb, the start date of May 19th. That's also in here.
Yep, I got it.
We got it.
You got that one? Oh, yeah, those
That was
separate
it.
tabs on there. So, basically, I would like to hire him part-time, $18 an hour, as determined by council, approved by council. Just reading what I put down here. Mr. Lamb has hands-on experience in property maintenance, construction, and customer service, which makes him a good fit for the code enforcement officer job. He has worked with HVAC, plumbing, electrical, remodeling, and yard work, so he understands what to look for when checking property conditions and possible violations. He's dealt with people and building issues in both homes and businesses, showing he can talk to residents about problems. He also helps the village of Portage with code enforcement, so he already has some experience with this kind of work. He also owns 2 businesses part-time too. So this guy is amazing. Chief Lafferty and I both interviewed him. Very flexible. He has 4 kids. He's a hard worker.
That's wonderful.
Very flexible for kids.
Yeah. Are you allowed to ask that? I hope that he yelled at you.
I got that same sentence.
Did you share with him the task he's going to be faced with before we scare him off?
I have not warned him about you yet.
Wow.
You walked into that.
Oh, God.
No,
Moving on.
he understands. He was great. I offered it to him right after the interview. Chief and I both agreed he was phenomenal. So, yeah, if we could please vote on that.
Entertain a motion to hire Mr. Jacob Lamb as our code enforcement officer for how much money per year? $18 per hour.
So moved.
Yes, and the last thing, I had interviews.
Take your pick, one for
We
the
got a motion.
motion, one for the
Oh, sorry.
second.
None of my second.
Order, guys, order.
All right, I got a motion by Mr. Richmond, a second by Ms. Hefner. Okay.
To hire Mr. Jacob Lane, effective May 19th, 2025, at a starting pay of, and it is a part-time position. Please
Is that May 19th
make
or
note of that.
May
May
13th.
19th.
Today's May 13th. His start date would be May 19th.
May 19th.
Because I'm out of the office the rest of this week.
And that is
We're doing a background check too, by the way.
It is very important that we put in there that we hire him in the minutes as a part-time employee.
Yes.
At a rate of $18 per hour.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions or discussion on this? Vote when ready, please.
Mr. Soltis?
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre?
Yeah.
Mr. Richmond?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Ms. Hefner?
Yes.
And Mr. Engard?
Yes.
Okay. And the last thing, I held interviews today, 6 interviews, for 6 people. That makes sense. But basically, I want to talk about this more, table this discussion until executive session later on.
Okay. So we'll be asking for an executive session as is per the agenda. It's It's all for personnel, I'm pretty sure, right? Compensation and the potential for, yeah, it's compensation for both of them.
Yes.
What's G1?
Yeah, the special position, and then G3 for G2, for the,
Property. Yeah, so there would be a G2 also.
We'll make sure
So we're talking about 3 different issues in there.
yes. And that's the end of my report.
Yeah, let me get through this stuff. Is there any questions for our administrator? Moving on to clerk. Gary, thank you for stepping in and helping out and training on our behalf. Thank you,
Very
Becky,
much
for
appreciated.
walking him through everything, and we really appreciate both of your guys' efforts. Is there any report or anything that we need to know?
I have a couple.
Oh, boy.
That's not gonna do it, right?
It's gone quick. All right, moving on. Moving on, point of legal counsel, Mr. Scaff, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. And all your help.
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you.
Thank you. I do have one question, and I probably should have emailed this to you. So in the past, we have had contracts with employees that if we pay for their, and you want to look into this, obviously, we don't need an answer tonight. If we paid for their, like schooling or additional training at a cost, and come up with a contract, that we would ask them to, you'd have to commit to the village for 3 years or 2 years or whatever. And if we had an agreement that was defined and outlined, is that an enforceable agreement if both parties sign that? And what if somebody left? What if we paid $3,000 for somebody to go to school and then and asked them, and they agreed to a 3-year commitment to the village after spending that $3,000, and then they left after 6 months? So what I was told in the past, and it was a long time ago by somebody that sat there, he said you cannot. He assured me, he said you cannot enforce that, even though that they signed it. And it would cost you more in legal fees trying to recover that than it would. I'm saying, but they signed an agreement, right? So, I mean, obviously.
I have similar agreements in 2 of my villages for police officers to go through OPATA.
Yes, sir.
That's an expensive commitment.
Yep.
Good police officers are hard to find, young police officers. And as a result, in 2 of my villages, we have adopted policies, and we've only had to use it once, and it worked out just fine.
Perfect, thank you so much. So that really, because we're talking about possibly doing that with the EMS, we're talking about doing that with police as usual, and then our employees, obviously, and we do it with our public works department when they get their licenses. We also give them raises and ask them to stay on for a certain amount of time, and they've always fulfilled that obligation. But so that's good to know. So that's kind of what we was waiting for, that to know that we can enforce that if we had that.
Yeah, and Josh sent me an email last week.
Yeah, May 7th. It's buried under all those emails regarding public records requests.
Yeah, right.
Well,
and so I have been looking at that, and I will get with Josh to edit this.
Thank you very much.
So
Appreciate that.
If we did have to take legal matters against someone that didn't honor it, does that have to go through regular court, or could it go through small claims?
Depends on the amount in controversy.
And is it small claims 15 or under, 15,000 or under, is that correct?
I don't think it's that much.
Is it not? Used to be.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it is.
Okay.
That's something we have to get to. But thank you very much for that. So at least we can move forward with some sort of agreement, because, exactly what you were talking about, attract good young officers. All right. Did you have any questions for us, Mr. Scaff?
I don't.
Okay, any questions for Mr. Scaff? Let's move on to the mayor. The only thing that I have is, I got a call from Michael Johnson. He is now taking over the American Legion. He's the commander. Letting me know that they are gonna have the Memorial Day Parade this year. I will be speaking at it. No need to attend, if you don't want to, but.
Has everybody attended that?
I spoke at it last year.
At Old
It was
Maplewood.
amazing.
It's a good.
Was you there?
Well, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Bill was asked to do the I think it's called an invocation. I call it a prayer. Well, thank you, Mr. Richmond. I appreciate that. So I'm going to try to, hopefully I don't embarrass myself. We're going to try to do something again this year. So just to let everybody know that that's the communication I have. Is there any questions for me? We've been here long enough, I wanna get through this, we're gonna have to have a quick executive, I hope it's quick. Moving on, public safety, any questions, no questions?
I have
Pu-
no-
Public safety, Ms. Hefner?
I have nothing to report.
Any questions from Ms. Hefner? Moving on, economic committee, community development, Mr. Cook.
We are gonna have another meeting very soon about the economic development dinner.
We will try to schedule one, by the end of next week, let's try to at least have one scheduled. If
And,
you get with me, we'll figure that out.
Something I'm quite excited about is the active planning of a modest festival or event this year. And they're just a great committee. Just kudos to them.
Well, as far as that, any questions for Mr. Cook? Anything else, Mr. Cook?
Nope.
The only thing I have to say is, we'll be talking about economic development specialist in executive session potentially. I think that would be, hopefully, come to good agreement. And that would help our economic development in the future. Moving on, public works, Ms. Beaupre. Thank you. Any questions for Ms. Beaupre? Moving on, public utilities, Mr. Soltis. That sidewalk should have been up in public works.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, that's okay. I'm just saying that, not to you, I'm saying that maybe we suggested that it was under there.
Okay.
So it goes up in public works.
We need to take any action on that, because I think we're ahead on that, aren't we?
Yeah, we need to, you guys could authorize the contract, it was $17,000.
If we need to do that, I'll make the motion.
Yeah, there's a motion on the floor to approve the contract for the sidewalk repair
Second.
by Mr. Cook at a cost of not to exceed $17,000. There's a second by Ms. Hefner. Sorry about that, Gary.
It's all right.
He's on top of it. Vote when ready, please.
Ms. Beaupre?
The sidewalks.
Do you know about this one?
I know nothing.
You were.
Oh, he wasn't here, I'm so
No.
sorry.
Can I abstain?
I wasn't here either.
Yeah, you sure can.
I would
Yes.
prefer to abstain
Yes,
because I have
because
no
you wasn't here.
knowledge.
Yes, you sure can. This is the emergency.
Was it May 6th thing? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was we talked about it at the committee at home. Josh Long proposed it. Go ahead, continue.
Mr. Richmond?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Ms. Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Engard?
Yes.
Mr. Soltis?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yep. Yep. ADA out for whistle stop. I'm just gonna go over this real quick because I do not want people to be left in the blind. This is to do the sidewalk down on Cherry Street that's sloped at almost a 45-degree angle from Tar Street to the alley going east. To rip that out and replace it, this is to cut the curb in front of the whistle stop and put in an ADA. I've gotten I've gotten a few concerns from elderly people that's trying to go to the hair salon and to go in there and eat, get stuff with the high curb. And then the work out at the roundabout, that has to be done. That's been needed to be done for a couple of years. There's a bunch of busted sidewalk out there. I don't know how much. I don't want to say a bunch, but there's busted sidewalk out there that has to be repaired. So, that's what that is. So, any other concerns or questions about that? Moving on, Neptune Portal.
We have a
Mr.
a
Soltis?
resolution on that.
Okay, we got a resolution. In the pool meter, there's a policy. It's just.
Do we, everyone read the full policy
No.
change?
Is there any questions for Mr. Soltis? Moving on, finance. Did you have anything, Mr. Soltis?
No, I think it's all on that sheet.
Okay, moving on. Finance and technology, Mr. Engard.
I have nothing.
Thank you, sir. Moving on, personnel policy and ordinance review, Mr. Richmond.
No, since we are, we're tabling the, I think we discussed that already.
Well, we just kind of touched base on to make sure it's something we can enforce. We'll move forward
Right.
with trying to work on, so what we did was, April,
Right.
excuse me, her, up to $2,000 for her to go to schooling. Does anybody have any reserves on that?
No.
Josh can authorize that. We don't even need a vote on it.
Right.
But we do need to, but we are gonna require her, what does, and for $2,000, just real quick, we had some time to think about it. What kind of a commitment do we think we should receive? It is for human resource to help her advance her, and she does a lot of that up here already without education. She's self-taught. So for $2,000, would
4 years.
2 years, 3 years, 4 years would that be 2 or 3?
I'm like 1, but if you're gonna push it to 2, then.
I like 3 myself, 1.5 years per $1,000 for this. That's completely up to you guys, though. It's your policy. How do you want Mr. Bender to proceed next week with writing this and asking her to sign it?
I like 1.5 years myself as well.
1.5 years per 1,000?
That's fine.
And this can be in the personnel.
And then I think this one will just pertain to her because we don't have one
Right.
currently. And then I think we need to write one that where if it exceeds like an OPATA, right? You know, pay for somebody pay I think that's $6,000, somewhere in that
I
neighborhood.
think we should be consistent. I'm not sure maybe you're saying that, because you said this will be for her, and then we're gonna write one. I think we should be consistent.
Well, we don't have one written.
Well, no, I understand, but when we write one, I think we ought to be consistent.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
1.5 years for every $1,000 up to a certain threshold.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying, right, is what I would like to see. You know, we can't, $6,000, we're gonna have somebody be here for 9 or 10 years, right? We don't wanna own them.
Paul,
But-
will a non-compete hold up in Ohio?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah,
So-
depending on the restrictions. yes.
Right, so if we were to send April to get HR training, and then she decided, we can just say, hey, on her exit review or whatever, if she decides she wants to leave and go somewhere,
Yeah, which,
we can say, hey, that's fine, here's you have to sign this, it's a non-compete, and you can't be involved in HR for 2 years, or whatever.
Well, it depends on the restrictions. You
Right.
can't prevent that person from working.
Well,
Right.
she has other clerical skills, she
Yeah.
doesn't have to be HR, but if we're gonna invest our money into HR and her training in that field,
yeah.
right?
Yep, and I think this is, and I appreciate, yeah, you're right.
So as long, we can figure it out.
And I think that should be incorporated into the policy.
Right.
Because I've never even heard of that, so I appreciate you bringing that up, right? Other than you saying it last meeting.
Right.
What in the world was that? So, yeah. So, all right. Perfect. So we'll be working on that, but I agree with you, Ms. Hefner, it needs to be consistent, of course. I just think there's, if you guys want 1.5 years, yeah, there needs to be a threshold, right, that says, you know, we're not looking to own anybody, they should have a right to go work somewhere else, but we should get a return on our investment. But that's, you guys will,
Section 3 of the manual will make it consistent.
okay, perfect. I would like to review that before you ask us to adopt all of Section 3 without, that personal,
Well, there's gonna be 3 readings.
Yeah, well, I definitely want to see that policy by itself, please.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Question then, we're not taking any action right now on April.
No, you guys are all right with her going, I think legislative authority is within his spending, $50,000 spending threshold. Josh will make that happen. All right, moving on. So April is authorized to go, we will pay for it. We're asking for a 3-year agreement. Wait, what are we asking for, guys, so we're specific?
I'm for 2. 2 years.
I'm for 1.5 years for every 1,000.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Year and a half.
Year and a half.
Okay, it's 1.5 years.
Okay.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4 that says 1.5 years, and Ms. Beaupre believes 2 years is
Yeah, it's a little over 2,000, so it'd be like 3 years and.
just 3 years.
months.
Yeah, it's 3 years.
Are you putting any kind of clause in, just something to think about,
Sure.
that you have to pass said training?
I love that,
Because
yes,
if you don't pass it and we paid for it,
agreed.
you need to give us our money back.
Yeah, no,
I
also be a
think-
clause in the manual.
And I think that Becky brought that up also, so I'm glad that you brought that up, Ms. Beaupre, because you're right.
Oh, okay.
Pay full cost.
Yeah, and they will reimburse the village full cost if they do not pass. That's wonderful. Thank you for bringing it. Okay, moving on. Anything else? Moving on, new legislation, resolutions, motions, and business. Ordinance number 2025-11, ordinance approving supplemental appropriations and modifications for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025. This is for the two positions that we're gonna be talking about, the code enforcement officer and the ED specialist.
What kind of motion do we need?
Entertain a motion to suspend the second and third reading.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Vote when ready, please.
Mr. Richmond?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Ms. Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Ingard?
Yes.
Mr. Soltis?
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre?
Yeah.
And then I would entertain a motion to adopt as an emergency.
So moved.
I'm just not trying to get too far ahead of Gary.
Second.
Are you ready, Gary?
Just about.
Yep. See, that's why I don't want to get up in front of him.
No, that's fine.
No.
Who's left-handed? You gotta wait a second.
Why are you covering your mouth like, oh, I shouldn't have said that?
Illegal?
Vote
Sometimes I'm not.
when ready, please.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Ms. Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Ingard?
Yes.
Mr. Soltis?
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre?
Yeah.
Mr. Richmond?
Okay, moving on. So that was passed as an emergency. Moving on to ordinance number 2025-12, an ordinance vacating a portion of the unimproved right-of-way known as Beckett Street, situated in the village of North Baltimore, Wood County, Ohio, and conveying said vacated portion to the adjacent property owners Pat D. Hutchison and Robert L. Hurst. Moving on, resolution, that's gotta have 3 readings, Patty, just so you know. But the timelines, we're gonna be, our administrator will be getting the ball rolling on the advertisement and all that stuff.
I've been waiting 24 years now, I don't think another's gonna.
Gotcha. Moving on, resolution 15, 2025, a resolution placing a 2 mil renewal tax levy in excess of the 10 mil limitation for street and road construction, reconstructing, resurfacing, oh boy, and improvements on the ballot at the general election to be held in the village on November 4th, 2025. I will entertain a, go ahead, Mr.
I
Ingard.
was just gonna say, I make a motion to declare as emergency.
Suspend the second and third reading,
Yeah,
please.
Second and third reading, sorry.
I'll second that.
There's a motion to suspend the second and third reading on this ordinance, resolution, excuse me. Vote when ready, please.
Ms. Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Ingard?
Yes.
Mr. Soltis?
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre?
Yeah.
Mr. Richmond?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
I'll entertain a motion to adopt as an emergency.
So moved.
Mr. Richmond made a motion to adopt this resolution as an emergency.
Who's second?
Mr. Cook seconded.
Okay.
Vote when ready, please.
Mr. Ingard?
Yes.
Mr. Soltis?
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre?
Yeah.
Mr. Richmond?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Ms. Hefner?
Yes.
Moving on, thank you. Moving on, resolution number 16-2025, a resolution authorizing the village administrator to enter into a contract or contracts with Nico Water for Neptune NY 360 setup training and annual subscription services. In selecting option A as set forth in Exhibit A. Moving on, that didn't need to be passed as an emergency, right? Okay. Moving on, resolution number 17-2025, a resolution authorizing the village administrator to enter into a service agreement with Focal Forensics for video and document redaction services, authorizing the use of village funds for certain redaction costs.
I'll make a motion to suspend first and second reading.
Second, third.
Oh, I'm sorry, second
It's
and
okay.
third reading and pass it
No,
as an
no,
emergency.
just one, no, just sec, you're all right. There's a motion on the floor to suspend the second and third reading.
Second.
There's by Ms. Hefner, second by Mr. Cook.
Mhm.
Vote when ready, please.
Mr. Soltis?
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre?
Yeah.
Mr. Richmond?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Ms. Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Ingard?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
And I'll go ahead and make a motion to pass this as an emergency.
There's a motion on the floor to adopt as an emergency.
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Ingard. Vote when ready, please.
Ms. Beaupre?
Yeah.
Mr. Richmond?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Ms. Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Engard?
Yes.
And Mr. Soltis?
Yes. Okay, all right, moving on to second readings, ordinance number 2025-09, ordinance amending chapter 505, animals and fowl of the codified ordinances of the village, North Baltimore, Wood County, Ohio. Moving on, third readings of ordinances and resolutions. Resolution number 07-2025, a resolution adopting provisions to section 2 of the Personnel Policy and Procedure Manual to update policies on non-discrimination, the Americans with Disabilities Act, harassment and complaint procedures. Making a motion to adopt, please.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to adopt this resolution. Vote when ready, please. Resolution.
Mr. Richmond?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Ms. Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Engard?
Yes.
Mr. Soltis?
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre?
Before we adjourn into executive session, can we please pay the bills? That way when we come out, we can adjourn.
Yes, and then I have a question.
Oh, but we will need to take some action. I think there's gonna be action.
Is your question regarding the annual ordinances?
Yeah, because I don't remember that being on the first reading.
I didn't, wasn't sure.
I don't
if
remember
got
that
in
last
there
one
either.
at all.
I didn't put it on there, but Becky, I mean,
Yeah, no,
I
we can't.
assumed so.
Because
you would
I'm
want to,
sorry.
Which, miscommunication on my part with Becky, but,
What happened?
there should
didn't
not
have
have
a
been a
first
second reading for 2025-09.
Do we have the first reading on that, Becky? Can you go back and check the minutes?
We did.
Yes, we did.
Yes,
I thought we
tabled it,
did.
but
And we did not take.
we did not,
We didn't, but we said we were gonna,
we didn't read it at the special.
Hang
meeting,
on.
so.
well, I thought we were gonna kick it to the committee of the whole.
Yes, yes.
Well, that's all right. We can, it's only the second reading.
Yes.
So I understand,
Yeah.
but we need to do that because I've got citizens
Of
of the
course,
village that
of
are.
course.
If I'd known this was on here, they would be.
Yep, all you gotta do is
Okay.
put it on the committee of the whole agenda when
Okay.
Can we just-
Becky, hold on.
On April 8th,
We don't need to table it, I don't
No,
think.
it's fine.
no, we didn't
Listen,
table
guys.
it.
It can go to the committee of the whole for discussion. If we need to table it, we can do it at the next meeting before adopting it.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
fair enough.
Okay, we got it.
Will you please put that conversation on the committee of the whole, Becky? We appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Clarification, Mayor, do you need a motion for the bills? Are we gonna, because we come out of session, we're gonna have other business?
Yeah, let's just pay the bills, that way, yeah.
I'll make the
Okay.
motion to pay the bills in the amount of $515,533.44.
Any discussion? Vote when ready, please.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Ms. Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Engard?
Yes.
Mr. Soltis?
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre?
Yeah.
Mr. Richmond?
Yes.
All right, entertain a motion to go into executive session under 121-22.
G1 and G2.
I don't know that we can go in under G2. It's not on the agenda. By law, we cannot. Is that correct, Mr. Staff? It's not on the agenda 48 hours prior to the meeting, you cannot go in under, you can talk about it in regular session.
2 is the purchase of property for public purposes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But by the new,
It's in the wording, kind of, personal matters and property matters.
yeah, but you have to cite, according to,
I'm afraid you're right.
yeah, you have to cite what you're going in under and along with that. So all they had to do was G1 and G2 and then explain why we're going in. We're not permitted to go in. You can talk about it right now if you want to.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, then it's got to get tabled. You're going to have to call a special meeting if you want to talk about that in executive session.
It can wait probably until another special meeting is called for another reason, I think.
There you go. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so keep in mind.
I didn't know about the.
No, that's
new law
okay.
change.
No, and that's okay, guys. It's no big deal. We're learning as we go. It's not, the roof isn't gonna cave in on us. By no means, we are good. We've done a lot of good things right, so a couple of hiccups isn't gonna break the bank. It's not a real pressing issue in my opinion, but we'll see.
So do you need a motion to?
We do need to go in under 121-22G1 to discuss personnel and pay compensation.
So moved.
Who all needs to be in that meeting, Josh, according to your, I know we don't need Mr. Scaff, right?
No, we don't need SCAF.
Mr. Scaff. Sorry about that.
Listen, Paul,
You're fine.
Esquire.
I don't, do we need
We don't need
Matt?
Matt. Gary,
Miss
leave.
Yep.
Becky, I want Becky to stay.
Thank you for your help.
Unless you disagree.
No, that's fine. I don't care who you want in here. I'm not sure. Let's just make it, let's make her quick. So there's a motion on the floor. Everybody who can stay in, who wants to, well, it's your guys' executive session, so whoever you guys want in, but vote when ready, please.
Ms. Hefner,
Yes.
To go into executive.
Mr. Ingard,
Yes.
Mr. Soltis.
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre,
Yes.
Mr. Richmond,
Yes.
and Mr. Cook.
Yes.
All right, Josh.
Does anybody from council want a copy of the vendor's communication quote?
I do.
Want? I'll lay it on the counter.
Okay.
Mr. Hefner first, are you, so obviously you're interested in being a sub clerk if we need you at times, or else you wouldn't be here, can I assume that? I mean, up to this point, I mean, barring Mr. Richmond's funny comments.
It should be all right.
Well, thank you. Would we offend you if we offered you $100 for every meeting that you cover on our behalf, and then if you have to do the full duties of the clerk, if only if Becky's like being, or like if she was on vacation or whatever, and maybe you had to get the. So like $100 just to cover a meeting that Becky's already done all the footwork. If you had to do all the footwork after being trained, we offered you $200 for that portion. Like, so, if you had to do the full duties, it's $200. If you only had to come in and cover a meeting and she had everything ready, it's $100. Would you agree to that as a substitute clerk? Because if you wouldn't, there's no sense in us making a motion to that effect.
I would agree.
And then we have to, so what we'd have to do, Gary, is for legal purposes, we would have to have a memorandum of understanding.
Right.
We have that with Tony Schwartz right now, so that
Right.
it's just an agreement that keeps us in compliance with what we pay, because there's certain things that we're obligated to pay.
Right.
And then you'll agree to those according to, it'll be something similar to Tony, so,
Yes.
maybe signing your life over to us for, just joking.
Now, Dee has to abstain from voting for
Yes.
you, so.
Well, you'll roll call, you will still call Ms. Hefner's name. She will say, I'm asking to abstain.
She gets
That's
that.
fine.
Yeah, she gets to abstain.
Maybe.
If you don't abstain, it would be a very big problem later on, with the Ethics Commission. So I would entertain a motion
I motion.
to that effect, I think we've got it wrote out there.
I second it.
To bring on Mr. Hefner as a substitute clerk. Go ahead, please, Ms. Beaupre.
At a rate of pay of $100 per meeting or $200 for full clerk duties.
Thank you.
That's what we have.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All righty.
Is there any other discussion on this? Vote when ready, please.
Mr. Ingard,
Yes.
Mr. Soltis.
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre,
Yes.
Mr. Richmond,
Absolutely.
Mr. Cook,
Yes.
Ms. Hefner.
Abstain.
Should have voted no. What's wrong with you? That was from him.
What did he say?
She should have voted no.
We lost one. Pull out Dave.
All right, so that passes. Thank you very much. It's going to help us out tremendously, and it will certainly help out Ms. Walter. Moving on to our second topic to take action on, and hopefully the last, other than adjourn. The hiring of Joe Bernick as our economic development specialist at a rate as a full-time employee at a rate of $24 per hour.
Motion.
We have to clarify, starting,
Starting June 23rd.
Yeah, what did you say?
Second.
Mr. Soltis made the motion. And I think Mrs. Hepner seconded. Vote when ready, please.
Mr. Soltis.
Yes.
Ms. Beaupre.
Yes.
Mr. Richmond.
Yes.
Mr. Cook.
yep.
Ms. Hefner.
Yes.
Mr. Inger.
Yes.
Anything else? I will entertain a motion to adjourn, please. Pretty please.
So moved.
Second by Mr. Ingard. Vote when ready, please. Mr. Richmond made the motion, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. All right, Ms. Beaupre.
Yes.
Mr. Richmond.
Yes.
Mr. Cook.
Yes.
Ms. Hefner. Mr. Ingard.
Yes.
Mr. Soltis.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Council.
You have a
Here's
good couple days off.
I'm going to hopefully get my first turkey. Thank you. Trout.
inside, a 10-foot pipe with barbed wire.
Burn it. Burn it. Nice color right there.
You want it?
No, they're away. Yeah, I'm gonna turn those of these away, so. Yeah, if it gets all tattered and torn, throw it away.
Okay, my first time.
Is that a full-time position?
It is.
Yes.
Full-time position, $24 an hour.
He went.
Economic development.
I would hate to see you frolicking through a field of psychological mushrooms.
You guys can help with that. Here's one. I will let the committee know. I'm gonna be calling this meeting for that, but that's for the committee and stuff. Really, thank you so much, appreciate that. Keep the good things rolling.
Who made the motion, who seconded
Alright.
it, if it passed?
Did you have to get your
Yes,
sir.
Thank you.
I got my M&Ms to make for
We
you.
have to put
Me
that.
too, I just haven't got that part done.
I'll make a call with Jacob
Yes.
and
ran
Joe.
up to the back door and they went to the side door.
Yeah.
You're on the way home.
Always good destiny.
So Joe's interested.
Back to the end.
Aaron, you need to sign.
Sure.
So these are the.
You're right on that form. Thanks for looking at it.
Yes.
You're blaming it on me. I remember standing at your desk and helping you get all that. You said I got the rest of it.
Thank you more, too.
I'll call him tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta get Matt's.
Because I've got to,
These are the minutes.
So you said it
I
was
had
nine
it.
to what?
Kill this, that one, sign up and write in it. If they don't.
Yep, no, keep it back on there, you can do it twice a
There you
day.
go.
And then let me know.
Yeah, it's-
Oh,
Well, you can't have just
oh,
this.
don't forget about the
Well,
Memorial
now, how long
Day
have you had that?
26.
You haven't-
You wanna hear a phrase?
You're
Yeah.
supposed to use it
Because half
for
of
30
the one, the
days.
first
No,
half
it's not.
of our-
That's what you sent me.
It may not use it.
parade. It's still pending.
Use it as
Oh,
quickly
so
as
you're,
possible.
it's only half of it, that's, you sent me the.
That's what you
first
sent
half.
me.
No, we won
Yeah,
the,
but I've already
the
got
first
the
case,
report.
the first case.
So I've got it. But yeah,
You're
it's
gonna get rid of
Oh, praise the Lord. Have a good night, Bill, thank you so much.
3 ounces twice a day.
15.5.
And then, but you wanna get that used up as quickly as possible.
What's
You
wrong?
might
Hi,
have been
everyone.
over 30
Good night,
days since
Sue.
you had it, and then, you know,
What's
it's
wrong?
fine.
I'll look
It's
at
not
it.
just
She
full-
said this
I'll look
one's
at
not
that.
right.
Okay,
We can't do
But
that.
6 more months, we try again.
right. no.
Gary, you want my
That's
job?
awesome.
Sounds like it's around, moving around the corner there, Becky.
Jeez.
What's the
I
problem?
printed out everything he sent me.
That's all right, if this new,
This is for the mill, the 2 mill renewal.
oh,
This
we
one is
can't,
driving me
we can't get
crazy.
that wrong.
No, I know.
That we
I
cannot
know,
get
I
wrong.
know. So go ahead and pass these down to Aaron and Dee. You
these
got
are
blue
minutes.
pens?
I do not.
These are the minutes, I got one.
Aaron will have to pass his down, oh, there you go.
Oh,
Thanks.
Okay. Make sure they sign all these. I'm gonna go talk to Josh about this.
All right, I will make sure.
Make sure.
Don't let them.
Okay, that is done and done.
Just have your signatures on the second page and that's it. There's no way that's...
I sure hope we didn't do
No,
something
it's
wrong.
fine, it's fine.
7 looks good.
Matt has to sign this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one's good.
And this
He can sign that tomorrow.
That one looks good.
I think these are just minutes.
Those are minutes, so these
Okay.
are okay.
That one, it was just that one. I'm not sure what happened.
I don't know.
I opened the exact attachment I sent you.
It's weird this one messed up and not the rest of them. I don't know, we got it.
I caught it, but you understand what I'm saying,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah,
You just have the
I
signatures on
see.
the second page.
I see what you're saying.
Matt's gotta sign this one.
Yes, I will put them in Matt's mailbox as a note. Okay. These I can put away, this I can put away. This I can, no, need signatures on that. One page. Okay.
One question I do got though, if something has to go up north, who takes care of that? If we pass something that has to go up north, what happens with that? For instance, I know Rick Van New used to personally run stuff up there. Is that something that?
I can on Friday.
No, that's not what I'm suggesting. I'm asking, so here's what I'm getting at, so that we know that there's a consistent practice. Is this something that, depending on what's practice, do we communicate with everybody saying, hey, somebody needs to get this up to the auditor?
I normally
Yes.
do it. I mean, for the example, the bucket truck, the title, I did that because I live in Bowling Green. It's really
Okay.
easy for me to do that in the morning and then come down.
Oh, yeah.
But we just need to make sure that we're doing something consistent so that we don't get into a box full of stuff that didn't get put where filed or an annexation that we're working on 70 years later that, right? Because somebody didn't do their, I'm assuming, I should assume. I got a pretty good idea who didn't do their job on that. Thank God they're not here.
So, you and I need to sit down and discuss.
So I think with the training that you guys, rather than belabor a whole bunch of meetings, I think when you guys get together and kind of do the training over the Muni Code and see if it's something, once, next week or whenever you guys get to sit down, 2 weeks, whatever that is, that's none of my business. You guys figure that out. When you guys do that, at that point, you guys can talk about it then, Becky, please, and then say, we like this or no, because we're paying a lot of money for those.
Well, and I feel bad because.
That's all right. It's not your fault.
I didn't know anything about Muni Code until he said something.
I'm glad
about
Josh brought it to our attention, and hopefully it's something that we can utilize and make
See,
this
invoice across
job.
my desk. I'm like, what is this?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a waste of money.
Information for Sunshine Law to him if
I will.
if he's got it.
It's on the auditor's
Yeah.
state.
Yeah.
site, so I'm gonna get on it,
Yeah, but I
I'll
mean,
get,
he's
look
told
for
him,
it
and he needs
tonight.
to do it, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
So,
Yes. I'll get done, both of them.
You just look tired. You don't have to do none of that stuff tonight.
Okay.
Don't worry about doing none of that
I,
stuff tonight, honey. Just go enjoy the rest of your
No,
night.
I work Thursday night, so I'll sit and do this stuff Thursday night.
Yeah. You guys all need a break. See, I got my break by going back to work. Right? My hand's bleeding today was a break.
Your hands
for
aren't
you.
shaking right now like they were when you were not at work in here.
I've dropped 11 pounds already.
Jeez, I need to go work some stretch.
Barely tell.
Okay.
What's that?
Barely tell.
Anything else you
No.
Okay, that doesn't care.
Hey, that's because it's getting replaced with muscle there.
Maybe in June,
Scarecrow.
I do need a little more.
we can get together and I
Maybe.
will go
I gotta do
step by
budget
step by
everything.
step and show you everything I
Okay,
did.
so I
From
need
the time
to
they
call
give me
them.
stuff
Okay.
to
Okay.
finishing it up.
Okay,
We'll do that in June, if that's okay with you.
that's fine.
Okay.
Guys, thank you so much. We'll get this all worked out, hopefully take a little bit of load off of
And
everybody.
if that Muni Court works out like they're saying it will, it'll
Josh
cut
is-
our time
yes.
in half.
Josh is saying it's kind of once we all understand, it's
Well-
just a hit, hit, click. Once it's given to you, it's just a click of a bunch of buttons.
Yep,
I hope.
so, yeah, I gotta put this on April's desk, throw this one away.
You want me to just close of that?
Sure.
I got it.
Okay.
Excuse me, Gary?
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, I'll show you how I do everything in June, step by step that way.
Gotcha.
And you can come up anytime, any meeting and sit, and if you
Mhm.
wanna do this a few times with me, we can do that.
Something I'd like to know before I leave. And I'm ready to go. Send me a text and let me know.